Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again, thank you for stopping by. So it's the next installment of our speedrun project motor comparison videos. So we were last out with the Tamiya 10.5 brushless motor, running the TBL-E02S speed controller with fan, and we achieved on 2S run, we achieved 65 kilometers an hour, which was 40.3 miles an hour on 2S. And on the 3S run, we achieved 84 kilometers an hour, which is 52.2 miles an hour. So we're getting to the sharp end of this now. The speeds are really ramping up. I was very impressed with this brushless motor against all the others. Now, if you want to see all the previous motors and what speeds he achieved, I'll write that in the description, so you can see from 540 right down to where we're up to now, what speeds with all the different motors did. And obviously, if you want to check out the previous videos, then please do. So that's where we're up to. So the next upgrade now is this cheap combo brushless setup that a lot of us guys use. So this is a let me just get this right, it's 4370, isn't it? Yeah, 4370 kV motor. As I say, it's a combo set. So these retail for like 40 quid or less. Cheap and cheerful. It's got a 380 rotor in it, so it's not like the full power. It's not as good as a 540 rotor, but I've never had an issue with these things, and they're pretty ballistic. 4370 kV means it's a 9T. So just to see what the jump is going to be, the Tamiya 10.5 is 3370 kV. So on 2S, that's pushing out round about 25,000 RPM. Whereas this, doing the maths, 4370 kV times 7.4 battery comes out at just over 32,000 RPM. So we should be seeing a rise between 6 and 7,000 RPM with this unit, which should give us a big jump up in speeds, which is awesome. What I know, well, I don't want to curse it and make it not happen, but I'm pretty sure when we go to 3S on this will be the fastest I've ever had an RC car running. My personal record right now is 54 miles an hour, which we did on the Top Force on 3S with the speed gear tune set. But as I say, we're on 52.2 now, and we're going to add maybe 7,000 RPM extra on, so awesome. So again, what I'll do now is we'll take this we'll take the speedo and motor out, we'll fit this stuff. I'll do this all on camera, but if you're not interested in seeing that, if you just fast forward to the actual running of this and the GPS runs, no problem with that at all. So let's get cracking. Right, so that's the Tamiya running gear out. Now, I knew there was going to be an issue with this, and it's the size of these speedos. On this particular car, you get this cutout here for the electronic speed controller, and we are going to have a bit of an issue. It's too wide, so I was hoping to get it on its side, but that's not going to work. Obviously, the motor takes all this space up. So I think, well, the first job we'll get this motor into position, and then we'll see what we're left with. But I think I'm going to have to build this up with something to basically get it to the same height as these two walls, and then somehow, when I've got it like that, sort of stick it down like that. I've got no height issues, that's not an issue. Obviously keeping the wiring well away from that belt is an issue. So yeah, I guess we'll have to suck it and see. Let's get the motor in first. So that's the motor in. It's a bit of a mission on this car because I haven't got the correct tool to feed all the way through to bolt it down, so I have to loosen this centre section out to put it at an angle. Thing I've done differently on this one, I've positioned the motor more this way for the wires. Normally I was sort of facing towards the speedo, and then there was a big clump of wires, but I thought if I bring it to as far to this end as possible, then I can bend it and bring some of the wiring over this side to keep it a bit neater. Don't know if you better see the meshing. Very important to get that correct. I'm pretty happy with that. I think the spur gear is starting to wear, although this is 48 dp, so it's small tubes anyway. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. nice and smooth. So now we've got to figure out what to do with this speedo. As I say, there's just no space whatsoever for it. Yeah, the only option I've got is to build this up. I'm gonna have to find something, some plastic that I can stick down. I mean, it can even be higher than these walls. Anyway, right, unfortunately I haven't actually got much lying around to do this little bodge, so I've got an old bottle of Tamiya polycarbonate cleaner, which is empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lid. I use this gel tape, which is, it like holds 5 kg. It's really strong stuff. So I'm going to put a big layer in there, covering the diameter of that, and then I'll put that, or stick that down there, and then obviously that will stick on top of it. Very crude, but it's going to do the job. And as I say, there's no sort of space restrictions in there, and it'll be down tight enough for the couple of runs that we're going to do. So let's get that bodge in place. Right, that's done the job. I know it's crude, but you got to remember, this is literally running for a maximum of, God, what would it be? I bet it's no longer than actually 3 minutes under power. So as I say, this gel tape gets a really good grip. Now obviously it's not got the full surface to grip on, so I'll have to be careful when I'm doing the wires, but I've left loads of room away from the belt on this side, so I can bring these motor wires right over and they'll be nowhere near. Battery wires in a good place, and I can actually just realised I can get the switch back on in where it's supposed to go, which is good. Perfect. So that switch, oh, that's awesome. Right, we'll connect it up. I'll just run a little bit of power through it to make sure it's working, and then we'll tidy the wiring up. Right, so just connected the motor to make sure everything's running in the right direction, which it is. So as I said, now we'll tidy the wiring up. And there we have it. So I've been very careful with the wiring not to put any pressure on here to pull it, but I'm really happy with that. I tidied these up, put them together, and I just put this big dirty red tie wrap just to condense the wiring down so it's nice and out of the way. As you can see, the battery wires are no problem at all. The body, once the body shell's on, I'll just push them down way out the way of the belts. So yeah, I think we're good to go. Exciting. I just hope I get the jump I'm expecting, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Anyway, let's get it out, see how it performs. Right guys, we're out with the Flying Bumblebee. So 4370 kV, 2S run first of all, just getting a feel for it. Good conditions today as well. Very good. Just let me sort this steering out because it's pulling to the side, which is not great. Badly pulling to the side. What is going on here? Alright. Sorry about this, guys. Definitely don't want it pulling to the side at these speeds. That's better. Just bring it in, make sure GPS is working, which it is. So let me just have a look in my pocket very quickly at the speed we're trying to beat. So this 2S run would need to be 65 kilometers an hour. Let's do this. Get it as far to the top as I can. Oh, we crashed. Right guys, we retrieved it. Stopping this thing is so bloody difficult. Let's try another run. Here we go. That's a better way of slowing it down, I think. Full lock and full brake. Right, one more run. And then we'll bring it in, see what it's doing. For me, it noticeably looks quicker. Right, this is a good way of stopping it. Right, let's bring that in, see what it's doing. So we have got 77 kilometers an hour on 2S. 77 kilometers an hour on 2S. Well guys, believe it or not, that's 47.8 miles an hour on 2S. That is incredibly quick. Now we're going to go to 3S, so this means this is going to be the fastest I've ever drove an RC car, because we are definitely going to beat the 54 miles an hour. So let's hope this stays in one piece. So that was 77 kilometers an hour on 2S. So this is a 3S run with the 84 kilometers an hour to beat. Let's just hope we can keep this thing. Just before I do it, guys, I've just got to sort this steering out. There's something really amiss. It's struggling. I'm fighting against it. Right, here we go. Oh, it's doing. Oh, this is really frustrating. Sorry, guys. Right, this time. Sorry about that. Here we go. Right, go guys, second attempt now. I think I'd altered the throttle trim, but nevertheless when I went to full power on this I couldn't get it out. Here we go. It's a good way of stopping it. Try it again. Right, third attempt. They're very difficult. See that? Just when you put power down, that's insane. I'm trying to get the power down as much as I can at the top, so it's got a longer run on flat full speed, but right, I think I've developed a way of stopping it anyway. Right, let's have final run. Oh dear. Right, let's bring it in, see what that did. Oh my word. This thing is quick. Shall I try one more run? Let's just try one more. Come on. Whoa! Holy shit! You guys probably didn't see that. The thing took off. Whoa! Whoa! Wow. That is insane. Right, let's see if all this hassle was worth it. Holy shit! 96 Right guys, there it is. 96 kilometers an hour on the 3S run. That is incredible. That is 59.6 miles an hour. Holy crap. Just short 60 mile an hour. Wow. Right, let's take this home for a summary. Well guys, what do you think? Whew, that is quick. Getting so much harder to do this now at these speeds. I need a longer road now, and unfortunately that's the best road I've found, and I did think it'd be long enough unless I move a lot further down the road. But the issue is the more powerful motors, it just needs a bit more road to get up to full speed, but at the speeds they're doing, they're covering some vast distance. So I don't know, that stopping technique seemed to work probably 8 out of 10 times today, which was from flat out to full brake and full lock and keep the brake on, and the car just seemed to spin. Not ideal, I know, but that's the really only way of doing it. So just to recap, using the 4370 motor, we got 77 kilometers an hour on 2S, which is 47.8 miles an hour. And on 3S we did 96 kilometers an hour, which is 59.6 miles an hour. Damn, that's quick. Yeah, so I've got one more motor to try, and obviously it's the baddest motor I've got. It's a 5750 kV. Just to give you an idea of the jump that this is going to be, this is a 9T, this is a 6, I think it's a 6 or a 6.5T. This motor here on 2S produces 32,000 RPM. This one on 2S is going to produce 42,000 RPM. This will be the biggest jump out of all the motors we've done so far. I mean, even let's for example just say with this motor here jumped 7 miles an hour from my last one, which was a Tamiya TA-05R brushless. So let's just say we only get a 7 miles an hour difference on this motor, which we won't, we'll get more. That'll take 2S run to 53, 54 miles an hour. But more importantly, it'll take me to around about 66 miles an hour on 3S. I've got a sneaky feeling this could be touching 70 miles an hour, this one. It's insane, it really is. But as I say, right now it's getting more difficult for me, and more of the enjoyment's going away from it. When I was using the sort of less powerful motors, you could stop it and the car was staying safe. But this run and the one before, we've had a couple of tumbles and stuff, and I'm not about that. I don't want to destroy anything. So we'll definitely do this in the next video because it's sat around doing nothing. But God only knows what final speeds we're going to get on that one. So I don't know what else to say on that. The belts are good. The car needs a clean now because it's quite dusty out there. And when in the next video, we'll take everything out and we'll just check everything. Seems good, but it's probably worth checking now. But yeah, that's the quickest. Because we're going to this motor, I've only ever used this motor once, and it went in the my TRF-503, and that was using 2S saddle packs, and that was just ridiculous fast. That was doing 48 miles an hour on 2S with this motor, which is just insane. This motor actually did achieve 54 miles an hour in the top force when I did the speed gear tune set videos, again where I started from the bottom and just worked up until finally getting to, I can't remember what it was, probably something like a 66 tooth spur, 25 tooth pinion in the top force. So that was its fastest sort of top end gear ratio, and on 3S that did 54 miles an hour, whereas this has done 59.6. so it's a hell of a jump. Whew. So yeah, I think we'll have a break from this now and just let it all settle down, because it might not look it on video, but it's quite hard work, to be honest. There's a lot of concentration involved. Anyway, I'll shut up. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It's really appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing to support us. And if you do that, smash that notification bell for our weekly videos. And as always, guys, happy RCing.